Okay. So we are going to start chapter 9 history, the first empire and great emperor Ashoka. And in this, we have already discussed many of the topics. We discussed that how the capital, that was Patliputra, how Patliputra was being ruled during Mauryan Empire. How emperor used to rule the Patliputra, how it was ruled. Now, how the provincial capital, which was Ujjain and Takshila, that was ruled during Mauryan Empire. Now, today we are going to discuss about the topic is same ruling the empire. Okay, the topic is same ruling the empire. Fine. So in this, we will discuss area lying between the centers. The centers. Okay. Now, how the areas which were lying in between the centers were controlled. So basically, what they did, what the Mauryan people did, Mauryan Empire did, they, the Mauryan tried to control roads and rivers, which was important for transport and collect Now, here what you need to see, the Mauryan tried to control roads and rivers, which was important for transport and to collect whatever resources were available as tax and tribute. Now, here one thing you need to understand, I already explained you that to run a place, to run an empire, to run a kingdom, money is needed, right? Without money, you can't give salary to your army soldiers, right? You need to keep army, no, for security. You need to keep some people, ministers and all, who can work for that, right? So to arrange all this, you need money to give them salary, to do other things. You need money. There are many expenses in running kingdom and empire, right? So for that, what the king or emperor do, they take tax from the people, right? So by that tax, government is run. So that we have already discussed. I made you understand that thing. Now here one thing is, what is tax and what is tribute. Now tax is like a government told that if you are walking on road, you give tax on a road also, no, toll tax and all that is there, you would have seen. So like that, on walking on road also, you have to pay, you need to give tax. So that is tax that every person has to give, right? That government tell you that this is the tax which is there and everyone has to give that. Tribute is if someone is giving by his own will. Okay, it is like donation, it is not tax. Okay, so that is difference in tax and tribute which you need to understand. Okay, now next thing is what Mauryans used to do, they used to control the roads and rivers. How people are going to go from one place to another, they will go through road or by water transport, ship and all. So by river they will go. So if they will control the road and river, if they control road and river, they can control everything, right? So that is what they are doing. They were taking tax. Road and rivers were very important for transportation because people are going to do movement, and for that movement they need road or river. By that way only they will go to some place. And if they control that road and river, they can get good amount of tax, right? And also tribute. So that is what they were doing. Understood? Now this is the thing. Now how do we know? Okay, so we know all these things that yes, taxes were taken from people for road and for river. How do we know? So we know this thing because it is mentioned in the Arthashastra. We have records which is mentioned in the Arthashastra. And who has written Arthashastra? Can anyone give me the answer? Who has written Arthashastra? Can anyone explain? Sorry. Can no one can tell who has written Arthashastra? For that also you need to go and find out. Huh? I already told. Acha, I have got one answer from Asta Rani. Very good, Asta. So Varsha is also answered. Okay. So Chanakya has written Arthashastra. Chanakya has written Arthashastra. Chanakya has many names. Many times you will find Vishnugupta. Vishnugupta is also Chanakya, and sometimes Kautilya, that is also Chanakya. Understood? So keep these names in your mind. Okay. Now we understood that yes, the taxes were taken on road and river. Okay, so by road and river, the Mauryans were getting the tax. Now, what were the things they used to get in tax? As I written, resources. In tax, they were not only taking the money. In fact, they were taking the resources. Now, what resources they were taking and how they were deciding what resource to take. So, for that, we need to understand. So, here, if you see, in North India, if we talk about the North India, this is the map of India. Okay, so if this is the map of India, this is the southern part, this is the southern part, right? And this is the northern part. So if we see here, we have Himalayas, right? We have Himalayas, and if we compare this north area, north is much colder than south. Okay, Northern area is much colder than south. If you go to south, as you would have read in geography, that Tropic of Cancer passes like this. It divides our country in almost two equal halves. So this area is in the tropical zone, and this area is in the temperate zone, right? Two different climatic zones. Also, this is surrounded by ocean and sea. So southern area is hotter than, if you see this northern part. In northern part you will feel extreme hot and extreme cold. Okay, but if you go to south, they have average temperature, moderate temperature. That means winters will be no not extreme cold. You will not feel cold in winter, nor you will feel hot in summer. Okay, that kind of climate is there in the south. Understood? So there is climatic difference. Now if you see, if in south you don't have winter, do you need blanket there? You don't need blanket there. But in north, people feel cold, so they need blanket. And if you go to Ladakh and all, Ladakh, if you go to Ladakh, they in Ladakh basically the work of wool is being done today also, if you see. Understood? So the people do work as per their need. So in north area it is extreme cold, so that people feel extreme cold in winters, so that is why you will find blanket. People will make blanket. The woolen work, wool making work will be done in north. Understood? So that is why now what these people, Mauryan Empire was doing, they used to take blanket from North India, okay, in form of tax. Okay, not money. In form of tax, they used to go and take blankets from the North India, because in North India they feel extreme cold. That is why they do the wool making work. Understood? When they go to south, in south they cannot ask for blanket. No, they don't need blanket. They do not make blanket. If they don't need blanket, why would they make blanket? Right? So in south they don't have that. So in south, gold and precious stones are found. So these people used to take gold and precious stone from South India. Understood? So from north, blanket was taken in form of tax, and from south, the gold and precious stones were taken in form of tax. Understood till now? Is there any question? If you have any question, please ask. Okay, no questions. Now, taxes and tributes. I already explained you what is the difference between taxes and tributes. Still, I am giving the statement so that you can at least prepare your notes. Understood? So, unlike taxes, which were collected on a regular basis, tribute was collected as and when it was possible from people who give a variety of things A variety of things, more or less willingly. So here what you see, I already told you that uh, this taxes, they were once fixed, right? So if you go on a road, you will find toll tax, and that tax everyone has to give. Okay, everyone has to give, that is mandatory. And the same thing, if a person is going on bike, whatever charge will be there for a bike rider, the same charge will be taken from every bike rider. That is how the tax is being taken. That means tax is fixed amount of money which is being taken from the people. Okay, but and that is taken on regular basis. Okay, on regular basis that will be taken. Okay, whenever you will go from tax, whenever you will cross that toll, you have to pay the money. Understood? It is not that once you paid and next time if you don't have money, you don't want to pay. That is not the situation. Tax is taken on the regular basis and there is a fixed amount which you need to pay. Understood? But in case of tribute, in tribute, it is not like that. A person can give as per their status. Okay, as per their status they can give whatever they give it willingly. Understood? As per their wish, whatever they want to give they can give, whether it is more, whether it is less, that is another thing. Like how you give donation, donation is never told, no, that only you will give this much of donation. Whatever people give willingly, that is being taken. So tribute is just like that. Understood? Any question till now? Anyone? I hope you all are preparing your notes along with the class. See, tax is a fixed thing which you have to pay. Okay. Now, if you see, you buy any of the product from anywhere, in that tax is already included. That means if you are eating a chips today, if you are eating a chips, in that also you are paying some amount of tax. Understood? You people never notice that. Just buy anything, on the packet you will find tax included. Understood? So anything we buy, clothes, eating food items, we walk on road, we use electricity, our house, everything, for everything we pay tax. Understood? Tax is being taken. You people also pay, your parents also are paying that. You people are not aware because you haven't uh, noticed that. Understood? Now, forested reasons. There were forests also that time, right? Today, we people have just destroyed many of the forests, but that time a lot of forests were there. Okay, so for in forested region, how this Mauryan Empire? What is the question, dear? I need to check the question. That is the problem, no? Your question only I answered, Varsha. Your question all, your question only I answered. That they were taking tax on roads, on rivers. If it is occasion and you are going on road, obviously they will pay take tax. No, it was fixed on the regular basis that by this time you have to pay tax. It was like that. Understood? I don't know in which sense you are saying occasion. I am not getting that point. Understood? So if you can explain your question more, I can understand what are you exactly asking. Understood? Now, the people who were living in forest, they were basically the tribal people who were living in the forest. Now, they were basically, if you see, more or less, they were independent. Understood? If we take other examples, they all were under the Mauryan Empire. They were following each and every rule and regulation of the Mauryan Empire. But these forest people, they were basically living in their own way. Okay, more or less, they were independent. Okay, they were not properly under the Mauryan Empire. Understood? But still, if you see, many of these forested people, the people who were living in the forest, many of them used to provide elephants, timber, honey, and wax to the Mauryan officials in the form of tax. Understood? As we already discussed, the tax was not only taken in the form of money. In fact, it was taken in the form of resources. Always you have to keep this in mind, that the tax was taken in the form of resources. Now, which resources? Obviously, the resources in which the place, the region was having, and the people of that region were able to give. Like in forest, if you see, elephants are found. Tribal people know how to control these elephants and all, so they used to keep these elephants. So from and already you know that horse and elephants, these were the animals which were used for the travel, right? To travel, horse and elephants, these were used. So the forest people used to give elephants to the Mauryan officials. Also, they used to give timber. Timber is this small piece of woods. Okay, so those timbers, a small log of woods, those are timbers. So that were given to the Mauryan Empire. Honey, honey can be found in forest. Beehive. So these tribal people used to know, they were living in the forest, they were knowing how to extract honey and all, so they used to give honey to the people. Mauryan officials, wax, if you see, that also can be taken from the beehive. So these things were given from the these forest people who used to live in forest to the Mauryan officials. And same way in the North India, the people, they used to take blanket from the North India and gold and precious stones from the South India. Any question, anyone till now? Any questions? No questions. Okay, I want to ask a question. Why don't government today take the tax in form of resource? Why do they take tax in form of money? Earlier in Mauryan Empire, they were taking tax in form of resources. Why today's government take the tax in form of money? Just think. It is not that today only you will answer. Think it, and maybe I will give in homework also. So just think about it and keep your answer ready by Thursday. Sorry, it's Friday. By Friday, okay? Now the next topic is the emperor and the capital city. This is our next topic. Okay, what was the condition of capital city and emperor? What was the capital city of Mauryan Empire? Please reply fast. Capital city. Okay, Patliputra. Very good, Sneha Bharti. So the answer is Patliputra. Patliputra is the capital city, and there are provincial cities also, provincial capital also. That was Ujjain and Takshila. Always keep in mind, don't be confused in this, okay? Now, in capitals, that means Patliputra, there was Megasthenes. Megasthenes. Okay. Megasthenes was ambassador to the court of Chandragupta. Now your very first question will be, ma'am, who is Megasthenes? Right. The first question will be, who is Megasthenes? So Megasthenes was a Greek person. Understood? He was from Greek. He was not from India. Now you will say, if he was not from India, he was from Greek, how he came to Chandragupta's court? Yes? And how he became ambassador? Now, first of all, you need to understand what is ambassador. In today also, if you see in our foreign countries, in every country, you have one of your representative. From India, you would have heard Indian ambassador, right? In our country also, there are many ambassadors of different countries. That means we send people to different country as ambassador. They stay there and they represent our country. Understood? They basically maintain the relationship, foreign relationship. Understood? So our ambassador will be in different countries, and different countries ambassadors are there in our country. Okay? Ambassador, everyone understood? Now the same way from Greek, Megasthenes was there in Chandragupta's court as ambassador. Now how this Greek person came to Chandragupta's court? So that there is a story which you need to understand. If you see, I have already told Chandragupta Maurya with the help of Chanakya declined the conquered the this Nanda dynasty, right? Before Chandragupta Maurya, that means before Mauryan Empire. Astarani, what I am telling, suppose this is India. Suppose this is India. In India, US will send a person. Same way you see, UK will send a person, right, from different countries, from different places. The people used to send. Understood? So one person will be there from US, from UK, like this. The people are there. Now these people basically stay in India and they represent their country and they maintain the relation with the country. Understood? The same way, Indian ambassadors are also there in US, right? In US, in Russia, in different places, you will find the Indian ambassadors. Understood? They stay there in the country. They are sent by the country. Same way, this Megasthenes came to Chandragupta's court from Greek. He was a Greek ambassador. Understood? He was not from India, but he used to stay there in the court. Understood? And he used to maintain the relationship, Indo-Greek relationship. Understood? That is the work of ambassador. Now next thing is how this Megasthenes came to Chandragupta's court. So there is a story behind that. Okay, but that story is bit long, so I don't think we'll able to continue it or complete it in the class today. Okay, so we'll keep it till here only because we won't be able to complete it. and the Zoom class will end in some time. It's already, yes. So little bit a thing I can explain you. What I told, there was Nanda dynasty before Mauryan Empire, right? Nanda dynasty, right? Now Chanakya, with the help of Chanakya, this Chandragupta Maurya actually removed this Nanda dynasty. Okay, removed this Nanda dynasty, and they, from here the Mauryan Empire started, Mauryan dynasty started. Yes, this happened, this you all know. Now if you see, after that what happened, when you go to India's map, when you see India's map, this is the northern area, right? That time it was like that, right? So this is the northern area. Now here if you see at the northern side, here there was one Alexander the Great. You would have heard about Alexander the Great. This Alexander the Great, what he wanted to conquer the world. Alexander the Great, he wanted to conquer the world, right? So he almost conquered everything, and after that he came here. Understood? Here Alexander came. He used to go to the places, he used to have fight, and he used to conquer that place. Like that, he wanted to conquer whole world he wanted to conquer. Okay, so like that, doing fight, and after conquering, he came till the northern border of the India. This side, here it was porous that time. Here, that time it was porous. Okay, now this Alexander and Porus had fight. They both had fight. From this side Alexander, from this side it was Porus. So they had fight. When they have fight, Alexander lose that fight. Porus won. When Porus won, Alexander thought that it is better to go back and not to go ahead, because they are very brave fighters. Okay, I won't be able to win, so he went back. But till here, he left some of the Greek rulers. Understood? So some of the Greek rulers were here who used to rule in the northern part. Okay, till here there were some Greek rulers. So in that Greek rulers, there was one ruler, Seleucus Nicator. Seleucus Nicator. What is this? Seleucus Nicator. Nicator. So there was one Seleucus Nicator who was a Greek king here. Okay. He used to rule here. Now after this, what happened, that we will discuss in next class. Fine, because this class is going to end. Okay, thank you everyone for today. Just recall all this story on 15th and we'll go ahead with the story. Okay, thank you all for today.